A little video on the M95M Steyr. I believe this is not a Mannlicher or Mannlicher, however you want to pronounce it. This is just a Steyr. I had issues for a while trying to figure out what ammo it used. Didn't want to pay a gunsmith 75 bucks to tell me what caliber it shot. I put it up online to sell it, and some guys wrote me a little email saying, hey, this is what it is, this is the ammo, this is the ammo that it uses, this is a brief history of the weapon. So that's pretty cool. Thank you to those guys. What I'm going to do right now is this is also let me back up a little bit, this is a straight pull a straight back bolt. I do not like this type of weapon, but I have it, so I have to accept it. So what I'm going to do is remove the bolt. I'm going to take the receiver barrel off, and I'm going to do a really deep cleaning, I guess you could say, of the chamber and of the barrel. So I'll get started. Take the bolt out first. And if you watch, you're going to see how hard it is. Let me make sure you can see it right there. Make some minor adjustments. Now with the Steyr, unlike other rifles, you would pull the trigger to the rear and the bolt slides out. Steyr's a little different. You have to push the trigger forward from the back, push forward, the bolt comes out. This bolt is a pain in the butt. I do not like this bolt. I do not like taking it apart, and I especially don't like putting it back together. So here's the bolt, straight pull, cocking lever. Just drop it in there. Flip her over. I already started, but then I decided to videotape taking it apart, and then I'll quickly go through the cleaning process that I'm doing. Don't want to bore you guys too much. There's probably a million of these videos out there already. Trigger housing, there's two bolts, one in front, one in back. Front is the short one. The back bolt is a bit longer. Let me get the two to compare. So small one front, big one back. Trigger housing comes out. Cartridge lifter is right there. Here's the little internal magazine. Is that internal magazine? Yeah, we'll just throw it in there too. Make it look good. Metal separates from the wood. Set the wood off to the side. Apparently, the Steyr is very similar, related to the Mauser. The Timney trigger for the Mauser should be able to fit in here too. So eventually I'm going to buy one for my Mauser, and then I'll check it to see if it will actually fit on here. If it will, I'll take out the issued trigger mechanism and put in a Timney trigger. However, this one's pretty tight. I like this. The Mauser's loose. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, normally I would clean, ouch. I would clean the bore, edit this. Normally I would clean the chamber with a drill bit, edit this. Normally I would clean the chamber using my drill, a bore brush, and using the non-bedding bore cleaning compound. This is what I normally use to do some Steyr cleaning right up in here in this area. I don't go too far into the barrel, just a little bit. Gets out all the filing, is that the proper way of saying it? Gets out all the crap basically, and it makes the bolt work a little bit better. I'm going to do some work on the bolt too. But I'm not using this, then I'm not going to finish it up with the bore bright either. I have Hops Foaming Gun Cleaner. It's a mousse nettoyante, whatever that means. It's a high performance technology, cleans down to the pores, removes carbon, lead, and coppers, and it's scent free. This is supposed to work as well. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, here's what you're going to need. I use a pair of gloves. Especially in the winter, my hands crack quite a bit. I have my Hops Foam Cleaning Gun Cleaner. Drill, part of the cleaning rod, and normally with the J&B, the bore bright, the bore non-bedding cleaner, I would have a bore brush that's a little small, wrap a patch around it, secure it to the bore brush with the non-bedding cleaning material, and go in and out of the chamber like that and use the non-bedding cleaning material. But we're doing this a little differently. Again, I'm doing the foaming gun cleaner, Hops. I'm going to shoot some in there, and I'm just going to go straight in with the bore brush. This is, I think it's just a little smaller. Yeah, about the right size for the 8mm. Oh, by the way, this is actually an 8mm Mauser size ammo. I was thinking it was 7.92, 57, whatever. But the gentleman that sent me the email told me no, it's after all these different transitions this weapon went through, it's actually an 8mm, just like the Mauser. Oh, and you also need a cup of coffee. This is December, what is today? December 16th. It's a little chilly. This is Las Vegas, Nevada. Today's high is like 65, 66 degrees. In my garage, it's a little cool in here though. Alright, we're going to take the hops. And it's basically a pump. Just pump it into place, basically. We're going to clean a little bit in here too. I'm also going to clean the feed ramp. Try to polish it up a little bit. That'll be later on. I'll let this sit for a minute. Feed the bore brush in. Going at low speed right now. Let it sit. Hopefully it will work its way into the pores. Start digging out some of that crap. Took it about 2 inches into the barrel itself. Went around the chamber a little bit. Took it into the barrel, about the first 2 inches of the barrel. I'll speed it up a little bit. Went back in about 2 inches, a little higher speed, cleaned the beginning of the barrel, came back out, hit the chamber, hit the lugs in there where the bolt locks in. Hopefully it dug it out pretty good. Right here before the lugs, just past the feed ramp, hit it. Now I'm going to come down the side here, on the inside though. And then right on the top here. More on the feed ramp there. Let that soak in a little bit. Take my water brush off. Just scrub the feed ramp a little. See what that looks like from there. I'm not applying a whole lot of pressure, I'm just a little bit of pressure. Just try to clean off the gunk and junk and crud and crap. Yeah, it looks a little better. It's a little cleaner. May not even have to try to polish it. This might be good enough. It's not bad. Ramp looks pretty good. The feed ramp looks pretty good. Alrighty. Now I'm going to go inside there and pretty much wipe the stuff out. Let's see if I can get this stuffed in there. If not, I'll use one of my, what do they call it? Like the mop thing that you stick in there. Those things leave such nasty residue, I think. Let's see if this works. I would say I got something clean. Look how nasty that is. That came out of the chamber, and on the sides the bolt travels up and down. I don't know the nomenclature. Let me make sure we have a good shot there. That's all the dirt. Probably not all of it. I'm sure I still have a lot more inside. So we'll do this again. Alright, I'm going to do this a couple more times, and then we'll pick up from there. Alright, I'm back. I did quite a bit since I had turned off the camera. Ran a couple more patches through just the chamber. Remember, this is the first one. Second patch, a little cleaner. Third patch. And this is just me wiping up the excess on the crevices and the corners and the little nooks and crannies, and digging out what I could, all the little crevices. I did actually go inside on the what do you want to call that? The railing, I'll call it. Cleaned it out. Took 4-0 or 4-aught steel wool. Went inside on the railing. Cleaned the sides with the steel wool. Cleaned. Can't see it. Let's see if I can get a good shot here. Went up in here, around this part, down through here, cleaned it up. There's a good shot of it. Cleaned it up, took off some of the crap that was stuck on it. Hit this little bit with the steel wool inside here, hit it with the steel wool. So the only thing I have left to do is hit the bolt with steel wool a little bit, put it back together, and hopefully it works. So I'm going to clean up my mess, and I guess that's it. How to clean the inside. Just got to be careful if you're using sandpaper, which I did use a little bit. This is 320. I know other guys use like 220. This is 320. And then I used the steel wool, and I hit the feed ramp with the 320, and then the steel wool, so it looks decent. Alright, it's going to wrap it up. This is Epic Ray Kirk saying, you never have too many guns or too much ammo. God bless America.